Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Dang Good Show. I'm your host, Christine Dang, but you can call me C Dang. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to my heart, one that's become increasingly important as life gets busier. Nurturing relationships, building strong bonds in busy times. Now, if you're anything like me, you know how tough it can be to maintain meaningful relationships when your schedule is packed and your to-do list never seems to end. But here's the thing. Relationships are the glue that holds everything together, whether it's family, friends, or even colleagues. Strong relationships gives our lives meaning and makes all the hustle worth it. But before we jump into the nitty-gritty of building and nurturing those relationships, I want to share a bit of my personal journey with you. Growing up, my relationship with my family was, to put it mildly, challenging. It wasn't that we didn't love each other. We did. Deeply, but the communication was off. We barely got along, and most conversations ended with someone upset or storming off. It was like we were all speaking different languages, and nothing we said could bridge that gap. But now, as an adult, things are different. Night and day, really. There's a better understanding between us, better communication, and most importantly, there's a genuine sense of teamwork. We've learned how to talk to each other, how to listen, and how to appreciate each other's perspectives. And let me tell you, it makes all the difference in the world. I love the relationship we have now. It's not perfect. No relationship is, but it's real, it's honest, and it's strong. And that's what I want to talk about today. How we can all work towards building those kinds of relationships in our own lives, even when life gets crazy. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in nurturing relationships is the importance of being your authentic self. Growing up, I often felt like I had to be someone I wasn't to fit in and to make others happy or to avoid conflict. But let me tell you, that's exhausting, and it doesn't work. What I've come to realize is that being authentic, showing up as your true self, is the foundation of any strong relationship. When you're authentic, you're not hiding behind a mask, oh no, or pretending to be someone else you're not. You're putting your best foot forward, not for anyone else, but for you. And there's magic in that. When you're authentic, you invite others to do the same. Your genuineness creates a safe space for others to be themselves, too. It's like a ripple effect. Your authenticity encourages others to drop their own masks and connect with you on a deeper, more meaningful level. So, how do we build and maintain strong relationships when life gets busy? It's not easy, but absolutely possible. Here are a few strategies that have worked for me, and I hope they can help you too. Number 1, prioritize quality time. We're all busy, but relationships need time to grow and flourish. It doesn't have to be hours. Sometimes it's just about making the most of the moments you do have. Maybe a quick phone call, a text to check in, or a coffee date squeezed into a busy week. The key is to be present during those moments. Put away your phone, focus on the person in front of you, and really listen. For example, I used to think I needed to set aside a whole day to spend quality time with my family. But I realized that even just a 30-minute chat over the phone can make a huge difference in maintaining our bond. It's not about the quantity of time, but the quality. Number 2, communicate openly and honestly. Communication is the bedrock of any relationships. It's more than just talking. It's about listening, understanding, and being willing to have those tough conversations. When you communicate openly and honestly, you build trust, And trust is what holds a relationship together. For example, with my family, we've learned the importance of expressing how we feel rather than bottling things up. It wasn't always easy, especially at first. But now we're able to have those tough conversations without fear of judgment. It's brought us closer than ever. Number 3, set boundaries and respect them. Boundaries are essential in any relationship. They're about knowing what you're comfortable with and communicating that to others. But it's not just about setting boundaries. It's also about respecting the boundaries others set. This mutual respect strengthens relationships and prevents resentment from building up. An example, I've learned to set boundaries with my work, especially when it comes to family time. And when I'm with my family, I try to be fully present and not let work intrude. This has helped me maintain a healthy balance and ensure that my relationships don't suffer because of my busy schedule. Enjoying what you're hearing? Fantastic! To make sure you're always in the loop with the latest episode, just hit that subscribe button. Your support makes all the difference. And hey, this podcast thrives because of awesome listeners like you. So a big shout out for that. And of course, I'm on Instagram. Find and follow me at Christine_Dang. Lastly, looking for more information on what we discussed today? Just cruise on over to thedangoodshow.com, click on the episode you're curious about, and voila, access to the show notes. Now, without further ado, let's jump back into the show. One thing that often gets overlooked in relationships is the power of consistency. It's not enough to show up when it's convenient or when you need something. Strong relationships are built on a foundation of consistent effort, showing up day in and day out, even when it's tough. Consistency shows that you care, that you're reliable, and that you're in it for the long haul. It's about being there for the big moments and the small ones, the good times and the bad. And it's about making sure that people you care about know they can count on you. Example, with my family, consistency has been key, whether it's a weekly check-in or a regular family dim sum. Those consistent moments of connection have helped us build a strong, unbreakable bond. Let's circle back to the idea of authenticity because it's so crucial. When you're authentic in your relationships, you create a space where others feel safe to be themselves. This authenticity fosters deeper connections, trust, and respect. But authenticity isn't just about being honest with others. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about recognizing your own needs, desires, and boundaries, and not being afraid to communicate them. When you're true to yourself, you're able to build relationships that are based on mutual respect and understanding. Example, I used to struggle with people pleasing, always trying to be what others wanted me to be, but that left me feeling empty and disconnected. It wasn't until I started being true to myself, speaking my mind, setting boundaries, and being honest about who I am, that I started to build deeper, more meaningful relationships. Before we wrap things up, I want to leave with you a few practical tips for nurturing your relationships, especially during busy times. Number 1, schedule time for relationships. Just like you schedule meetings and deadlines, schedule time for your relationships. Whether it's a date night, a catch-up call with a friend, or a family dinner, put it on your calendar and treat it as a priority. Number 2, be present. When you're spending time with someone, be fully present. Put away distractions, focus on a conversation, and really listen. This shows that you value the person and the time you're spending together. Number 3, express gratitude. Don't take your relationships for granted. Regularly express gratitude for the people in your life. Let them know how much they mean to you and how much you appreciate them. Number 4, practice patience and understanding. Relationships aren't always easy. And there will be times when things get tough. Practice patience and understanding and be willing to work through challenges together. Number 5, keep the lines of communication open. Make sure that you're regularly communicating with the people in your life. Check in with them. Share what's going on with you and encourage them to do the same. Open communication keeps the relationship strong and prevents misunderstandings. So, there you have it. Some thoughts and tips on how to nurture relationships and build strong bonds, even when life gets busy. Remember, relationships are like gardens. They need regular care, attention, and a little bit of love to thrive. As I've shared today, my journey with my family is a testament to the power of authentic communication, consistency, and being true to yourself. It's never too late to start building the kind of relationships you want in your life, ones that are strong, supportive, and filled with love. Thank you for joining me on this episode of The Dang Good Show. I hope you found some valuable insights that you can apply in your own life. And remember, whether it's with family, friends, or colleagues, nurturing your relationships is one of the most important things you can do for your well-being and happiness. Until next time, stay authentic, stay connected, and keep building those strong bonds. Much love, C-Dang signing out. Thank you for joining us on The Dang Good Show. Remember to swing by our website, thedangoodshow.com, where you can easily subscribe on platforms like Apple, Google, and Spotify to keep up with our latest episodes. Loved what you heard today? A thumbs up and a positive review on your favorite listening platform would be incredibly appreciated. And if our show struck a chord with you, sharing it with just one friend can help our community grow and thrive. Thanks once more for lending your ears to me on The Dang Good Show. Until we meet again, take care and goodbye.